Good morning, good morning. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mastery Meditation. Welcome, 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 and good morning. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing really, really well. It's beautiful up here at the lake. So much serenity. Also the sounds of children's voices laughing and having fun. I have a house full of guests. It's challenging with 4 kids and 2 more adults, and there are other friends visiting as well, but it's very joyful as well. The whole dynamic of being with children has changed so much over the years. At least in North America, with all their screens and acting out and so on and so forth, but very challenging, especially since they're masters, and it's just very challenging. Oh, but bottom line is there's so much love. Amidst the chaos, there's so much love. A desire to be together and spend time together. Actually, it's a bit of a metaphor for what's going on the planet in a way, but not exactly. I hear the voices of the masters. I feel the energy of the masters. I feel the love of the masters. All the teams supporting us right now. There's just so much love. I know this, it almost sounds like a broken record with all the teachers who are saying this, all the channels, but it is, it's just so much love. And that's the main focus of everything, so much love. So love it is, and boy is it wonderful. Love is who we are. My heart is very full. I'm feeling very expansive as the attunement comes through so beautifully, without fail every time. They told me this was my role. They told me they would work with me every single time. And every one of us has this possibility to channel, and to channel energy, and to channel messages. Messages are energy as well, in a different way. So open your hearts. Good morning, Cynthia. Lovely, lovely, lovely to have you as always. Open your hearts, everyone, to receive the message, to receive the blessings. You can definitely receive messages without words. The Council of Masters that I work with, which many are working with, there's probably slightly different variations on which masters are in each council, but their messages can come to you, as well as the messages from your own guides and your own counsels of however it's working for you. Bottom line is, let us all open our hearts to receive all the love. Let's open up our entire beings. All of our energy centers, just imagine them like blossoms just opening wide. Like you see those time-enhanced films where the flowers are just opening. Let's just open up all of our main chakras and every chakra. Open up our entire being to receive to the maximum. We don't want to miss a drop of this beautiful attunement flowing into us. Flowing to help us in every way possible. Be open to receive. Be open to receive. Be open to receive. Also, be willing and allowing, trusting and surrendering to this, which is another aspect of who you are. And yes, it is imperative to not give our power away. And this is not giving our power away, but it is opening to receive. Opening to receive. And especially if you realize that the masters are us in a higher dimension, that we are ascended masters incarnate here on earth. It's receiving from ourselves, our higher selves, our true selves, the assistance that they promised us that we would receive once we incarnated here, and they would be here backing us up all the way. So let us open to receive all their blessings, all their love, all the energy, all the empowerment that they promised that they would assist us with on our journey here, on our mission here, on our journey here. It's very, very, very exciting. Once again, I feel called to recommend Sarah Landon. She has beautiful teachings on YouTube and beautiful offerings that are extremely uplifting, extremely empowering. And she channels beautiful masters. Once again, I'm repeating, but there is so much love. I want to say influxes of love, but it seems, anyway, you understand. We have to have words to convey at least the concepts, an idea of the concept. There's so much that can't be conveyed in words, and that's why we're getting these attunements energetically. Sure, they also love to give us messages, the masters. I'm hearing the words cuddle together, so imagine all of us cuddling together and just receiving this love in the most affectionate way as possible, the tenderest way possible, as well as the most powerful way possible. Open your hearts. Open our glad hearts. We don't want to entangle with so much that's going on in the world. We want to be sovereign. We want to stand in our power. It's vital. It's not just extremely important, it's vital. That's what we came here for, to hold the space, to hold the light, to master the light, to master this. Our mastery is important. That's why it says mastery meditation, mastery, and communing with the masters. Probably going to make that word illegal too someday. Sorry, I'm just being sarcastic. Hi, Karen. Yay. We have Cynthia. We have Karen. Beautiful, beautiful Karen. Beautiful, beautiful Cynthia. Maybe Heather will join us from France. She's back in France for quite a while now. Lovely to have you ladies here, feeling your energy, complimenting the session. So much love, so much love, so much love. Thank you for your contribution, beautiful masters. Thank you for your contribution. Together we soar, together we soar. So we are receiving and we're transmitting. We're helping to anchor this beautiful energy into the planet and into humanity. That's our job, that's our role. What a great role to have, what a great honor. We are so blessed to be the chosen ones to come here at this time. Really, 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 really. We're so blessed. Wow, that should elevate you a lot, just to know how blessed we are. Oh, we agreed. We got, there were lots of people that wanted to be here. And we got to be here, guys. And we are being showered with love from the masters, from the angels, from our star families, from our loved ones who have passed over as well. Just look at how much love and support we have, and sometimes it's not easy to remember that in our day-to-day lives. No matter how evolved we are, it's not always easy to remember. So that's why it's so beautiful when we come together like this, and then we can embody more and more of our mastery every week and hold it together. Oh, how beautiful is all of this, you guys? How beautiful is all of this? It's so beautiful. As I've said before, drumming and singing are coming into my life more and more. It goes in waves. I'm not doing it every single day. I kind of wish I was, though. So I'm asking for help from the masters and from my guides, and just on how to incorporate it more to my everyday. I'm still running a business. I still have a lot of business work that I do I'm looking over at my desk, which is part of my kitchen table at the moment. I have an office here, but it's so much prettier to be out by the lake in the kitchen looking over the lake when I work. So yeah, for me it's challenging to incorporate the busyness of life, and I know many spiritual teachers, facilitators are also business people, so it's an interesting balance for many of us. It does feel sometimes like two separate worlds, but I don't want it to feel that way. Not always, though, of course, not always. But sometimes it feels like this or that, and it's great when that doesn't happen. Oh, Ryan, welcome, welcome, welcome. I was thinking of you when I jumped off the dock yesterday. Lovely to have you here. I hope to join yours later as well. So I was just explaining how integrating everything so it's all the same, as opposed to saying its work is over here, like office work and meditation is over here. I'm saying sometimes I have that where I'm separating it, but then when I remember, when I can bring it all together and always stand in my mastery in all of it, it is much more beautiful and much more lovely, because that's when we're really embodying our mastery, when we're always, or as often as possible, in that state of bliss and love, even with challenging businesses. And that's why I love these sessions so much, because it's almost like a bit of a course correction in a way, right? When we come together like this. And that's why there's so many wonderful groups. Ryan has wonderful offerings. I encourage you to watch Ryan Willoughby on Facebook. I was also just talking about Sarah Landon. Ryan is very powerful. I really love listening to his channelings with Archangel Metatron and Sarah Landon, and channels the council. I channel the masters too, in my own way. So, Karen has spiritual gifts. She's very powerful. I know Cynthia. So all of us here have so much to offer. So coming together like this feels like, well, heaven on earth. Absolutely heaven on earth. And, well, what can I say? What can I say beyond that? Having fun and playing is such a big deal. Oh my God. And also remembering the ongoing celebration that's happening all the time. Celebrating us. Celebrating our victories. Celebrating how far we've come. Celebrating all the light around our planet and the whole universe. This ongoing celebration. About 2 years ago, right here on the beach, I got a really big download about this party's always going on, and you can jump in and be partying with the masters and their light beings anytime we want. Anytime we want to have an uplift, we just have to jump in. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Heaven on earth, Cynthia. Yes, of course. Heaven on earth. Heaven on earth. One of the things that Sarah Landon says from the masters is, nothing is worth my heaven on earth. Absolutely nothing is worth my heaven on earth. So it's a great reminder. It's a great reminder. The masters are always coming up with beautiful, beautiful messages like this for us. And it's just indeed so lovely. My heart is just exploding right now. So the attunement's coming through really strong and heavy right now. Really strong and powerful. Open up our hearts, everyone. We can enjoy this together. We can amplify it by receiving it and transmitting it. We can anchor it into the earth. We can anchor it into the earth. Yes, yes, yes. Let's take some deep cleansing breaths. Some beautiful breaths to integrate. Right now we are releasing so much, just like little butterflies, just flying away forevermore. Aspects of ourselves that no longer serve, little tidbits of things from our subconscious, some of those subconscious beliefs that we don't even know are playing underneath the radar. We're just letting them all go. Thank you, bye-bye. They're being dissolved, transmuted. We can always bring in Saint Germain with the violet flame just to add an extra dimension of purification. But it's magic. What we experience right now is magic. Pure, beautiful magic. Interconnection is slow. I'm getting a notification. So if there's a little wobbliness, it's because of that, because I'm up in the country. I'm getting the words where no man has gone before. I think the bottom line is they are letting us know, as it's coming through many of the channels, that this is a big deal. We are accomplishing a huge feat together with the whole team that's working with us, where no man has gone before. We're going to new heights with our physical bodies. New heights. Oh my gosh. If I look at myself swaying and moving my hands like this, it's just all happening involuntarily as the love light just bursts through to us. Shines through, shines through. Receive all this light, receive all this love. Let's not block one iota of this. I receive, I am open to receive, I gladly receive. My heart and my being is open to receive, and I thank you. And I thank you. I am also a powerful transmitter of love and light. So we can anchor this down into the earth. We can receive it and open your lower chakras especially. That's where a lot of stuff is going on from the subconscious. Let it just get filled with so much light. Let it get filled with so much light. Oh my gosh, let it just feel the tingling, feel the releasing. I can feel tingling and releasing. I am seeing light, 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 tingling and releasing. Tingling and releasing. Sorry about that. I am feeling light, tingling and releasing. Welcome, March. So happy to have you here joining us. Lovely to have more participants shining our light together. We're receiving such a powerful attunement, so many upgrades, so many activations. It's just blissful. And all we have to do is take some deep breaths and relax and just, I was going to say sink into the energy, but just open and just allow yourself to receive to the maximum all the gifts being bestowed right this moment. So much help is here to penetrate little maybe areas which have been maybe sort of impenetrable, to release little places where things are locked in a little bit, like little false beliefs. You know, I'm rubbing my tummy right now, my belly, where the lower chakras are, just to put some extra love in there, just to slowly uproot some of the more little stubborn beliefs that can be playing underneath the radar so brightly. I've had a house full of company, which I loved. It's just been a lot of chaos around here with a bunch of kids and adults, but it's been great. So I'm just hearing little noises. Wouldn't be surprised if someone walked in the door, although that shouldn't be the case. But there's so much love here. It can't be said enough. It's just, I guess the point is to be open, take advantage, so to speak, of this massive healing that's being just showered upon us right now. Like just, I'm really thinking about the focus on the lower chakras and the physical bodies, just letting in more light. Excuse me, I'm just going to look out the window for a second. So much light, so much light. Oh my goodness. So much light, so much light, so much light. Today my home was being vacated, the company, my daughter and her family and a whole bunch of kids are moving over. Just, I can see her place from here. She had some people at her house and now they've just moved out, so she's moving back over there. So today's moving day, lots of stuff going on, but let's focus on this. So getting the words, be like children. Be like children. That's a great reminder, isn't it? To feel free, to be more like kids running around playing and being carefree. I was watching them. It's fun to watch the kids. They have no idea in so many ways of of what about adulthood and so on. And it's lovely. It's lovely to watch them having fun, being free and running around. So this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful healing is just getting inside of us and just working its magic. I am very open to receive. I am very open to let go of that which no longer serves me. I'm very open to release that which no longer serves me, that which could be creating some blocks, that which could be helping me to keep the brakes on at times when I wish to soar, that which could be holding me back from my dreams and from my heart's desires, so to speak. Those little niggly things that, well, we've cleared so much of it. So I'm open to letting go of more and more and more and more and more. More and more and more and more and more. And I love that we can do this together, whether you're live or on the recording. It's very beautiful. And once again, mountains, heartfelt gratitude to the masters, to all the light beings, to the angels, including Archangel Metatron and Archangel Michael. All the beautiful Masters Sinek Chimera, beautiful Lady Kuan Yin and Master Lao Tzu. Oh, I can feel your vibration as I say your names. Beloved Master Kutumi, beloved Master El Moria. Thank you so much for your energy, for your love and your gifts and your support and unconditional love and assistance. And of course, beloved Jesus, who's part of this council, and beloved Mother Mary. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This beautiful council of 7 seats, and my beloved Tita LaQuaria, who's working with them as well. She is a beautiful, I'm told, my muse to help me with everything in my life. It's a lot of playfulness, a lot of gleefulness, a lot of joy, a lot of beautiful, magical energy. Very beautiful. All my life I have felt this sense of magical joy, and I think people around me really enjoyed it as well. I was often the life of the party and just making everything into a party, into a celebration, instigator of this, and I still am, and I still love it, and my daughter is like that as well, and it's just, we have a lot of fun together. A lot of fun. We dance, we party, we play music. I have to tell you, we have a lot of fun. We also have our moments of squabbles, which is unfortunate, but one thing I can tell you, which is super rewarding, is to see the shifts in us. Wow. Between my daughter and I, we adore each other. But the letting go of being right, or the amounts of increased amounts of compassion and kindness and sweetness and love is just really beautiful to see, as we're both evolving together and getting less triggered, and me feeling much more compassion than I've ever felt before, which feels like absolutely amazing. I've always been compassionate, but the newer levels of compassion, that's why we have these relationships, to help us to grow and so that we can see the changes. Oh my gosh, it's been very nice. We still have our challenges, but it's almost impossible to explain the shifts that I have with my daughter, and I feel so much better, and not having those other judgmental, critical feelings that I used to, not intentionally, but they were just there kind of thing. And now, having released those, oh my God, wow, how nice is that? How nice is that? I'm not saying I still don't get triggered a little bit or get a little bit hurt sometimes, but seeing the other person through the eyes of love, remembering that that person is love, remembering the Christian version of that person, which also helps them to remember who they are too. So this is a good little mini lesson here. Seeing the good in others strengthens that and helps them to shine more brightly. So why don't we make that a little goal for this week, or whoever wants to try that out. It's something that I've been doing a lot of and loving it. Loving how could you not love the results? Because that's how we create magic. A person that's given us grief, who, we've entangled with, and then when we can let go of that and just see that they are who they really are. Wow, what a shifter. Shifts them and us. It's beautiful. So what a beautiful tool we can use in our life. We can use this on everyone and every opportunity we get. It doesn't even have to be in a huge way. Somebody that you might look at, that you might have a critical thought about, you can just, oh my goodness, switch it up. Switch it to love. It's amazing. And then that, it helps them and us. It's pretty amazing. As we raise our vibration, these things just naturally occur because, you understand, the higher we are vibing, the less room there is for those kinds of thoughts, for critical thoughts, for unloving thoughts, for less than harmonious thoughts. We're still human, so they're going to happen. But noticing how much they are not happening and how much less they are happening and how we can switch it that quickly is pretty cool. How we can forgive in an instant because it's not real. And how that forgiveness just changes the other person and us. We forgive for ourselves because we don't want to be in that negative energy, in that space. And then it frees us up and the other person up. It's not condoning the other person's behavior, something that has maybe really hurt us or really been, traumatizing. We're definitely not condoning it, but we are freeing ourselves up from the clutches of it in the forgiveness. And loving what is coming through now. Loving what is. How can we suddenly be in a situation that we're not happy about and switch it to love, and being happy, being fine with it? Loving what is. Because when we love what is, we get more joy than ever before. Because when we love what is, it creates freedom and it shows us how powerful we are. We know that everything that goes on in our lives is orchestrated by ourselves, by our higher self. So that makes it so much easier to love it. We might be maybe caught in a traffic jam and you're like, oh my gosh, I really wanted to get where I was going and now I'm caught in this traffic jam. But then we can switch that and like, oh, so this is happening for my highest good. How can I be of service here? How can I enjoy this? So maybe that person in the other car needs a lot of love. And maybe you're sending them love and healing could give them a spiritual awakening. And wouldn't that make you feel amazing that you were contributing that to that other person? This is just an example. Actually, as I'm saying this, I'm even getting more expansive. So this is really beautiful. So loving what is. Maybe you're in a situation where you had all these promises to yourself that you were going to do all these things in your life, in your day, and you didn't do them. I'm just relating to myself. You didn't get this done, you didn't get that done, you didn't get that done. You didn't do that, you didn't do that, you didn't stick to that commitment. It's, you know what? We take a deep breath. We love what is. And by maybe taking a second with each thing, we can see where we need more self-love in those areas. So this is just coming through now. So loving each aspect of ourselves there can heal different aspects of ourselves. I thought that was beautiful. Yes. Because as I was saying that to you, loving what is, I'm thinking, well, how could you love being in this situation? But this, and the answers are coming through. The answers are coming through. I love that one about being in a frustrating traffic jam when you're trying to get somewhere. Maybe your groceries are melting in the car or whatever, and you're on maybe a 2-hour drive. This is when coming up here, sometimes it's almost a 4-hour drive, and you get stuck in traffic, or a construction site where, they're stopping the traffic. But that just came through. There's an opportunity to love everyone around you and radiate love and light, and that you created that situation for a reason. Remember that. You created that situation for a reason. So let's get the benefit so we don't have to keep recreating it. I love this. I love this. I love this. Thank you. Thank you for these beautiful, beautiful messages that I adore. And as we take some deep breaths, we just integrate. And giving so many thanks again to the masters, to the light beings, to our higher selves, to our star families, for all the unconditional love, all the love and support that we're receiving now. I'm getting a download that's very interesting. I'm hesitating on it, but it's like today there's a special dispensation to do something that might not be always considered to be, like for me, I'll just give you the example. I'm just getting a download. I don't usually eat bacon or eggs or anything like that. But I'm sort of like, it feels like I'm getting a download that it's okay to eat that today, even with a mimosa on the side. That sounds strange, but I don't edit. So if there's that ice cream that you want to eat or that chocolate cake that you want to eat, the message is go ahead and do it today. Natalie, mwah, lovely to see you here, sweetheart. Doing a beautiful mastery meditation and a beautiful attunement. If you want to stay for a while, just open up your heart and let the sun shine in. There's a lot of blessings that come through in these meditations. Natalie would be the first time joining us here, I believe. She just got married here a few days ago. We were at her beautiful wedding, and that was a love fest. Maybe that's why you're here, Natalie. So I can share, we were across the lake at my cousin's stunning property. I'm sharing this because it's all about love. Oh, just talking about it, I'm getting very elevated. I was in a very expansive state when I was at this wedding because it was so down to earth and there was so much love. They put up a huge tent on the beach, 50 by 30 feet. The bride and groom had been together for 12 years, and they're best friends, and them getting married was so beautiful. And they had all their loving friends and family there. And it was magical. You know, on this gorgeous lake, on this beautiful sandy beach across the lake. My cousin has a similar setup. And it of all things, poured really hard rain, like poured. It wasn't sprinkles. And they held off. They kept all the tables outside. And then just before the time to arrive, They had to move everything around in this huge tent and set up all the chairs inside and the altar inside and everything. But all I can tell you is, it was a teamwork, so there's so much love in teamwork. And they had all the shelters in place that we could walk under to keep dry. And when I arrived just before the beginning of the ceremony, I thought, how am I going to stay dry? And my beautiful cousin Julie, and one of the ushers, two of them show up at my vehicle with umbrellas. How much love is that? I mean, I felt so loved and treated so specially. So they escorted me through the rainy areas onto the little shelter tent and then into the big tent. Tent just sounds, it was stunning, guys. Tent just doesn't sound, it was a gorgeous structure. We had all lights and twinkle lights and, but the love of this event and watching this beautiful couple share their true, beautiful, unconditional love with each other and watch their joyfulness. It's almost bringing me to tears talking about it right now. So I'm exuding extra love in speaking about this because it was very, 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 very beautiful. I got so much out of being there. Of course, we ate delicious food. We danced. We had delicious drinks. We loved each other. There was so much love. It was a love fest. So thank you, Natalie, for being here. I'm not sure if you're staying on the call while I'm speaking still, but it was so beautiful to be with you. Give us a comment if you would like. But it was a beautiful event to be with you and Lance, Natalie and Lance. And they came 8 hours from where they live to be here. But this is since Natalie was a baby, she's been coming here. So now she's in her, I would say, late 30s. I'm not sure of your age, Natalie, mid to late 30s. And maybe early 30s, I'm not sure. And so they got to have they come here every year for a week of summertime fun. And they chose to get married there. It was the first wedding on the property, as far as I know. So what a beautiful way to bless that property. There was so much love, so much love. So I was thinking, how did I get onto that topic? Because Natalie came onto the call. So let there be love, let there be love, let there be love. And be open to receive all the love. It's easy for us to love others and help others, but now, today, in these sessions, it's a special time to receive love. Receive, receive, receive. Fill up our cups and release, release, release. Allow any negative thoughts, any lack beliefs, anything that's playing under the radar, any bits of non-self-love, any bits of self-hatred that can be looming there. I've noticed a little bit of that coming up in me, little bits of it here and there. I am working with a beautiful practitioner right now, once a week, to go deeper and help me with some resistances that are still playing there underneath the radar. I've had decades of growth, decades and decades and decades of releasing and growing and different levels, and it's ongoing, and it's beautiful though. When you catch those little niggly bits that are still there, and we can bring them into the light to let them go. Yeah, I caught some stuff the other day. A little bit of self-loathing that was still hiding deep down inside, and this practitioner was helping me with breathing, and her name is Judy Coons, and she's wonderful, and my friends introduced me to her, and I'm so thrilled to be working with her. She has a company called Holistic, which WHOL, Holistic Holistic Weaver. She's got beautiful programs on becoming facilitators and practitioners. It's beautiful. Judy Coons, Koons. You can see her stuff on YouTube. She's wonderful. I really believe in supporting and sharing the names of all other individuals that are working to help humanity. I don't worry about competition or anything, because we're all in this together. And many of those offer, mention other teachers too. We're all working together we're all on the same team, the enlightenment team, the enlightenment train. We need each other. We need to support each other. We need to love each other. And, step by step we climb. So we are beautiful lighthouses, and we got to shine as brightly as we can. So that's why being open to release any little bit of it, there's so much less to clear. But we're not just clearing for ourselves. We're clearing for our ancestors as well. Some of the stuff that's in us is from ancestors, it's from past lives. We are also clearing for other people. We've agreed to take on other people's crap sometimes, so we can help shift other people. When it's been too much for that other being, I know there would be times, I can't recall any time specifically, but anyway, what I'm trying to say is there are times when we have an agreement to take on other people's unfinished business or karma because it's too much for them, and we've stepped in to agree to do it. So some of the stuff we're clearing is some of that as well, So there's never beating ourselves up. I'm not ashamed to say that I'm still clearing. I'm not going to say, oh, what's wrong with you? You've been doing this spiritual practice for like decades and decades. How come you haven't cleared that yet? I mean, that I can tell you that has been a thought, of course. Not a conscious, but a subconscious thought. And of course, that's the ones we want to get, we want to let go. We don't want to berate ourselves, ever. I still do it a little bit. So we want to let all of that go. All of that go. Yes, oneness, Cynthia. We are all one, and we got to uproot these little things. We don't have to do anything. But it's really great if we can uproot these things and let them dissolve into the light being trained. Look how much lighter we're becoming. The lighter we become, the lighter everyone else becomes. And step by step we climb. We soar. I'm so proud of us. They are so proud of us. The masters are so proud of us. Oh, there's so much love. Just being gush, and where every little bit has been uprooted, it's just being filled up with love. If there's any little opening, like when you take a plant out of the soil and there's a little space, just fill it. It's all being filled up with love. So everything that's being, let's just say, extracted and is being, all those little spaces are being filled up with love. So we're just becoming more and more and more and more elevated. More and more and more and more elevated. More and more and more elevated. Some people going by in a canoe right now. Looks so nice. This is a real love fest, guys. This is a real love fest. Now we can shine more brightly than ever before. Another level of brightness. We're turning up the volume of the brightness. You know how we do that on a little dial? And so just increase the brightness. We're clearing. We're constantly clearing. The beings of light will always work with you as much as you want them to. That's their job. That's what they want. The angels the same way. So call upon your angels and your guides to keep helping you clear and transmute and continue this. Whenever a negative thought comes up, like, what's wrong with you? Ping! I use Tinkerbell's magic wand. I was given that decades ago as well. I was by myself. Something came up, a thought that I thought, what? I still have that negative thought about myself. The thought was that I'm unlovable. It came up. It just bubbled up when I was very quiet one day. It's like, what? I still have that belief that I'm unlovable? I'm sure there's still a bunch of that in me somewhere. Just little bits of, little teeny remnants. And then Tinkerbell came, she came fluttering in. It was so beautiful in my imagination. It was so beautiful. And she said, she went ping and she pinged it away. And she told me anytime the masters, she, whatever you want to call it, told me, I was told, anytime I have something I want to get rid of, just ping. So any negative belief, like, oh, I don't know if I could ever do that. Ping. You know, we get these things that we see in our imagination that we would love to do. And of course, the human mind will come in and say, whoa, I don't know if that's possible. Ping. Anything's possible. Anything we conceive of is possible. We would not conceive of it if it was not possible. That's the truth. That's the absolute truth. Not coming from me, coming from source, coming from God, coming from the masters, coming from our higher selves. All of our higher selves will give us that same message. Anything you can conceive of, you already have on another level. Take it that way. That's the way to make it even easier. It already exists. You already have it. You are already, like if you want to be a billionaire, you already are on another level. I've shared this with myself with many times. I've had some really good fortune happen in the last few years. It's been enormous. And they told me it's just the tip of the iceberg. So, massive wealth, massive abundance. Let's go for it all the way, all the way. I'm not holding back as much as I can. If I find, and that's the beauty of it. You find a little bit that comes up, like, you're never going to be able to do that. Ping. That might need a double or a triple ping. Because it's not what we really believe, but it's those subconscious beliefs. It is what we really believe on a subconscious level. And this is what we're uprooting. We're uprooting all those beliefs that don't serve us. Like you look at yourself in the mirror and you go, oh my God, I still do that. Because I've gained a bunch of weight and anyway, whatever way you want to talk about it. Or this or that. But for the most part, it shifted greatly. And I'm getting better and better at self-love and self-care and just everything. And beautiful, Dawn is part of Sarah Landon's group and a really good friend of Ryan as well. And she shared about the body and oh my God, it was a heart-wrenching, beautiful, it was a tearful thing. It was so moving. Her body was speaking to her and she wrote it down and the body just wanted to be loved because it's been through so much. And it takes time to heal. And it's just like, just love me, just love me. So that was a really beautiful message. So self-love, and it's self-love for our beautiful physical bodies. And beautiful care of our physical bodies. Our physical bodies are not who we are, but right now they're the vessel that's housing us. An aspect of us. And they are miraculous, and they are worthy of so much love. And our energy is all intertwined with these physical bodies. So, excuse me, self-love is big. Self-love and self-care and self-nurturing and self-forgiveness and self-compassion and self-celebrating. And self-kindness and self-indulgences of within reason. Do you know what I mean? We, like a spa day or a massage or a special meal. But as we practice self-love, this also really releases a lot of stuff that needs to be released. Thank you all so much. The energy is so strong. It's just like, wow, it's just so strong. It does make me yawn sometimes. It's very, very powerful. I know many people have talked about feeling feeling tired and exhausted and wanting to rest. Sometimes that comes over me in these sessions. It's just that, wow, Our beautiful bodies are housing us and they can get tired with all this expansion that's happening right now, with all the extra light that's being blasted, like this attunement, for example. There's a huge energy blast, a light blast that we are receiving, and it's clearing us, it's uplifting us. It's really, really powerful to help us embody our true selves. So now you will feel more cleared out, and you may feel slightly raw a little bit. Just allow the light to come in and fill up all those places where we've released, fill up. See, we're filled with more and more light. Extra voltage. It could be blowing our circuits a little bit, and that's why we can get a little bit tired. But it's all like really good. It's everything you would ever want and more. Everything you would ever want and more. And as the masters say to with Sarah Landon, like, you are everything you already want and more. And when you're creating your reality, your dreams, you can get everything you want and even more. And that's happened to me a lot, including with this place where I am right now. I always wanted a place on this lake, but this really surpassed my expectations. And I'm always open to opulence and luxury and all that kind of stuff, but I just didn't think of it when I was thinking of this place. And anyways, I'm only sharing my own experiences to illustrate to you that it's possible. If it's possible for me, it's possible for you. I've had a lot of good fortune. I've had a lot of trauma. I've had, I've had physical trauma, mental trauma, all kinds of trauma, verbal abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse. But it was part of it was what I agreed to. It was part of my journey. So anyways, much, much love to you guys. Thank you for being here. The masters, thank you. I thank you. The thrill of these sessions it's an absolute thrill. Every Sunday, it's an absolute thrill. It's beyond words. I was guided to do this. It was a thrill to receive that guidance and to receive all the assistance every Sunday and more often than that as well. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm very touched and very moved personally, and the gratitude from the masters and the heavens is immense, our higher selves. Thank you. I'm grateful. Thank you for all. Keep on being amazing. See you very soon. We're not saying goodbye because we're always together, but just ending this session for now. Mwah. Millions of thanks. Bye for now. Namaste.